yo, it's DJ Khaled.
Hey, this is Kim Kardashian.
I'm Chuck the Iceman Liddell.
Hey, I'm Scott Storch.
What up, y'all? This is Fat Joe.
This is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you're watching
Before the Fame.
Before the Fame.
Before the Fame.
Before the Fame.
Mike Sherman. Don't ever stop.
Everybody starts somewhere. These are their stories. Before the Fame. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Before the Fame. And I'm your host, Mike Sherman. Today, we're down here at the Delray Beach Boxing Club. And today's episode is on Tommy the Hitman Hearns. I had a chance to go out to Los Angeles, California, to sit down with the Hitman and talk about his illustrious career. And now, let's take a look why they call him the Hitman.
He's wearing the gold colors of the famous Kronk Gym in Detroit, Michigan. His professional record, 46 victories, 38 by knockout, only 3 defeats. Included in his history is the welterweight, super welterweight, middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight world championships. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, he challenges for the WBC super middleweight title. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 5-time champion of the world, Thomas Hitman Hearns!
It was like being prepared, get myself ready to put on a good show.
Being around some of the things, being around some of the famous people, and realizing life wasn't normal. It wasn't the same as everybody else. It's like my peers.
Tommy was a beast, man. At 147 pounds, tall, 6'2".
Okay.
Arms longer than a football field. Knockout power in both hands.
Yeah, he was amazing.
The problem Tommy had, he had the biggest heart of everything.
I said, this is a great opportunity for me. It was a wonderful opportunity for me. So I had to go in and I had to put on a great show. And I went in there and put the best show on I could.
It all started for Thomas Hearns on October 18th, 1958 in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, growing up in the streets of Detroit, Kronk Gym, when did you know that you wanted to be a fighter, or did you have to fight a lot as a kid? Were people picking on you because of your slender frame?
No, I never had trouble with people picking on me because I was a skinny guy. When I was coming up, guys didn't want to mess with me because they knew I was boxing. And my boxing ability kept me out of trouble and kept me from getting into fights.
In his early days of boxing, Thomas Hearns earns the nickname the Hitman. You got that name, the Hitman. How did that come about?
Well, because I was doing the hitting. I was doing a lot of hitting. Like I said, I was a small guy, and I didn't want nobody to be hitting on me. So I had to keep the punches going and keep the mind occupied.
Yeah, as skinnier frames, they don't expect us to have a lot of power. But Emmanuel gifted him with the guidance to show him how to leverage his power and sit down on his weight.
Hearns made his pro debut, knocking out Jerome Hill in the second round on November 25th, 1977. Now you're a professional fighter and you're getting some really good opponents. Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, the best of the best. You were the fighter at that time. When you were fighting these guys, did you get amped up to fight these high premier fighters?
It wasn't about getting amped up, it was about being prepared. Get myself ready to put on a good show for a war, I would call it, and come out on top.
By 1980, Hearns was on a roll with 26 knockouts and 28 victories.
The right to the chin by... There he goes. There's the game. He's gone now. He's gone. Through the rope. And he got
Like
one another personally, or is this part of a hype for a great fight?
I have nothing against Hearns. I think I respect him as a fighter, as a person. I think that we thrown verbal shots at one another in the past and the present, but I think now reality takes place on 16th of September.
And what's your position?
Basically, Howard, I feel the same. I feel that I'm like Leonard said, he has nothing against me. I basically doesn't have anything against him. Basically, it's just there's two champions in the same weight division, and which I think that it should only be one.
What was it like fighting Ray the first time, who just came off the gold medal?
Well, it was, for me, it was like incredible because I was so excited to be in it against Ray Leonard. Before I knew about Ray Leonard. And then when we fought, I said, this is a great opportunity for me. So I had to go in and I had to put on a great show. And I went in there and put the best show on I could.
What I noticed about the guys from the 80s, the fighters, you, Marvin, Sugar Ray, you guys have major mutual respect for one another.
Of course.
I mean, you can beat the crap out of each other in the ring, but till this day, when I speak to Ray or Roberto, you guys have like a unity about it.
We realized what we meant to each other. Without each other, we could not have done the things that we did. But because we all was there, we all had to strive to our best ability and our best advantage to get to where we are.
Leonard takes a better punch. 19 seconds to go. Can he weather it? I don't know. He's hitting on the brakes. He's doing everything. 12 seconds to go. Hearns is in desperate trouble.
With his first professional loss to Sugar Ray Leonard, Hearns looks to reinvent himself. Welcome back. You're watching Before the Fame, and I'm your host, Mike Sherman. Today, we're down here at the Turnberry JW Marriott with one of the best welterweight fighters of all time, Sugar Ray Leonard. Ray, thanks so much for coming on my show.
All right, Mike. Hi.
So Ray, we know each other a long time. You know, I know your son, and you've been one of the, not only the best fighters, but a great humanitarian in and out of the ring. How did you handle dealing with these really skilled fighters that you knew were just as good or even maybe better than you?
It's what you believe. You know, you have to believe in yourself. I give motivational speaking, and I use fighting or boxing as a metaphor because you have to be a fighter to succeed. You got to get up from those knockdowns. You have to have a great corner. You have to do your version of road work. You have to believe in yourself because if you don't, no one else will. And all these things, like I take them with me every single day. Tommy was a beast, man.
Yeah.
At 147 pounds, tall, 6'2".
Okay.
Arms longer than a football field. Knockout power in both hands.
Yeah, he was amazing.
The problem Tommy had, he had the biggest heart of everybody.
I met him a few times outside the ring. Amazing guy.
Amazing guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He calls me periodically, Ray, you know, there's not too much competition out there. How about you and I going into the ring?
I know, you told me that last time I talked to you, man.
Tommy, I said, you talking about me hit you, you hit me? I said, Tommy, when was the last time you checked your driver's license? And look at you. I mean, I said, unless we do body shots, I won't do it.
We put on great shows together. We had a couple of fights and we put on great shows.
Which brings up to a great point. You want to fight Ray Leonard again. Your son doesn't want to do it. He's against it, but you want to do it. Tell me why you want to fight Ray Leonard again.
You know, we still have something to prove. We left the doors kind of open, and
kind of like Rocky and Apollo Creed.
Yeah, just like that.
Ding ding.
Yeah. So if we can do it again one more time, I think the world would love to see it one more time.
Well, I'm not speaking from a physical standpoint saying that he's incapable of doing it. I'm just saying that he's already done his mark in boxing, so it's no point of it. But being that a lot of things was, you know, left unsealed, and he feels like it's a 1-1, but it's really a 1-0 because it's not on his marking. So he wants to kind of, you know, just solidify the position and win it.
After the first loss to Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hitman Hearns builds himself back to an epic fight with Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran was a hell of a fighter.
Roberto was very
big
good fighter.
And strong.
Yeah, I like Roberto. I like Roberto a lot because When Roberto comes to the boxing ring, to the ring, he come to fight. And when he fought me, we were both ready. We both were ready, and all going on was who got who first. I wanted to get him first.
Oh, the fight's over, Jim. A huge right hand by Thomas Hearns, right to the cheekbone of Roberto Duran, and it is all over. A second-round knockout for the Hitman, Thomas Hearns.
Hearns was back on top, and now was challenged by marvelous Marvin Hagler.
I only have one other thing to do, and that's to fight Thomas Hearns. And I'm planning on breaking every bone in his body.
When you fought Marvin Hagler, okay, and I watched that clip all the time. I mean, I was a huge Tommy Hearns fan. It was nonstop. I mean, it was a battle from start to finish. I mean, was that the game plan going in to fight this guy? I mean, Marvin obviously was like a Mike Tyson at the time in the middleweights.
My plan was to box, and then when he tried to come into me and change the plan, I said to myself,
it's on.
The heck with it. Let's do this.
Which would become known as one of the greatest boxing matches in the history of boxing.
I'm just cautioning you now. Obey my command at all times. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
We're underway. And the pace is up-tempo right at the opening bell.
Hagler being the aggressor.
Hearns working that jab. He has a very quick jab. There's no denying it. And he caught Hagler with two good jabs and a right hand that might have hurt Hagler. Tremendous pace in the first round.
I expected this, Barry. Both guys are going at it.
Hearns getting the better of it right now. No nonsense at all here. And a left hand by Hagler. What a pace.
Mom was a man that I love today, and I'm very sorry that he had to pass away. And I say to his family, may God bless everybody.
We just want his legacy to live on. We want his, us to speak life on the situation and not let, his name die out. That was one of my dad's comrades in battle. Just having that war, and it was always a back and forth, like, hey, let's do it again. But at the end of the day, it's still love, and we just want to, speak from love,
Junior, social media is such a big impact now on today's athletes. And your father was not only a great boxer, but he was very flamboyant. He was a very outgoing individual.
Forget what it is. Who designed this suit? Yo, listen here, let me tell you something. This is the, hey, yo, hey, what's happening? Hey, you know what, though? See, I have one. No. See, everybody can wear this suit, you see.
Hey, man, I look good in mine.
No, you don't look like me, though, baby. See, when you wear a suit like this, you got to know how to step. See, there's a certain way you got to step. You can't go out walking like this. You ain't going to get it. You walk, it's a walk. It's a stride. It's a stride. Shit.
What do you think that would have did to him if he got a chance to fight in today's day and age with social media so powerful?
Not just my father, but all of the legends in the past. Let's just see, Mike Tyson. He did very good numbers for the League of Legends. And that's just, that's him past his prime. Mentally, he's in his prime, hands down.
That's
but
a great point, right?
Physically, he's a little bit past his prime. So with those type of numbers, you can kind of guesstimate how it would look if it was the 80s and, the 90s, and when you can actually see all the Rolls Royces, all the mansions, and everything, it shines that light differently, because back then, all you had was news and newspapers and, the old things that's out of date. And that never really kind of shedded the light on these fighters and gave you that over-the-shoulder view of what was going on.
Tommy Hearns, a boxing legend, looks to build his legacy with his son, Thomas Jr. You have a new endeavor, you and your business partner, Harlan. It sounds and it looks amazing. Tell me a little bit about it, and where do you think it can go?
We are creating a structure to where we are making a 401k for boxers.
Which is really needed.
Yeah. So, we are just for the boxers in general, man. We want to make it to where, you know, we put longevity in the careers and, you know, like I said, create a 401k and just more structures around what's going on in boxing today.
If I told you that the Four Kings had opportunity to be back, would you believe?
I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, I know you would. But I think we create an opportunity here.
Now, when you say the Four Kings, who are the Four Kings?
So that's Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, and my father, Thomas Hearns.
Well, that's what I thought. So how are you going to bring these guys back to reality and keep them relevant so the world can know what these guys have done for boxing and how they open up so many doors for fighters for the future?
Keep people right there. You know, this is a nice little sizzle moment, right? You know, just to kind of lean in and learn a little bit more about the company and what it's about.
That sounds like a phenomenal idea. How many times you call Ray Leonard and say, I want to get back in the ring with you? I mean...
several times, 29, 30 times, because, you know, Ray is a good friend of mine. We talk, and we are very honest with each other. Ray said to me, Tommy, I just don't see it. I said, but Ray, I see things different, Ray. We can make it happen. We can do this, Ray.
You guys should go on a road show, on a motivational show together. And I think you guys would kill the game because you guys have such amazing, powerful personalities in your own right that I think, like, you know, to have you guys in a room, I would pay a lot of money to have Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns talk to me about life. Coming up on Before the Fame.
You don't see that in boxing anymore. You don't see the big legends fighting each other.
Thomas Hearns is the first boxer in history to win 5 titles in 5 weight divisions: welterweight, light middleweight, middleweight, light heavyweight, and super middleweight. Welcome back. You're watching Before the Fame, and I'm your host, Mike Sherman. Today's show is on legendary boxing historian and fighter, Tommy Hitman Hearns. And now I'm with another legend son, Sugar Ray Leonard's son, Ray Leonard Jr. Ray, the fights that your dad had with Tommy were just impeccable. And Tommy still feels that if he was in the ring today against your pops, people would want to watch the fight and they'd want to see it. What's your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. I mean, after, you know, you watched, Tyson and Roy Jones, there's still these iconic names that people know, and they don't see that in boxing anymore. You don't see the big legends fighting each other. So, you know, putting these two guys back in the ring, I definitely think it would draw a major crowd.
Now that you're representing a lot of the marketing for your dad and Junior's representing a lot of the marketing for his dad, it's a whole new world now with social media, with his company that he has for retired fighters, which I think has been in need for a long time. Why don't these fighters get their due diligence and get their compensation like they rightfully deserve?
They will. So, you know,
they will. That's part of the conversation. That's why, you know, Tommy and Marvin Jr. and Rochelle Duran, all of us came together. It's like, okay, here, Tommy had the idea, but we all have the same passion to, you know, to create a better meant for the boxers that are in, the game. You know, to make it a sport that gives back to the fighters that, you know, has given so much to the crowd, to the consumers. So, you know, how do we do that is, technology and bringing it to the 21st century to bring boxing at a whole new way of watching, consuming, and looking at it and honor these legends.
Tommy the Hitman Hearns has had a legendary career, and he is now passing on his wisdom and tireless work ethic onto his son, Tommy Jr., still thinking about fighting with great Roy Jones Jr. Have you learned a lot from your pops growing up under his shadows?
Of course.
If you had to pick one thing that was very instrumental to your career and where you are today from your dad, what would it be?
Can't pick one thing. It's too many. I've been around him for so long, you know, so I scooped up everything and, you know, put it in categories, and this is what I'm bringing to you guys now.
You know what I think there'll be a great opportunity. Roy Jones and Thomas the Hitman Hearns.
Are you still in the gym? Are you still?
Don't worry about that. I got that covered.
You gotta stay tuned.
You still got a Tommy Hitman Hearns?
Trust me.
Can't lose it. He loves boxing, and you know he bleeds it, breathes it, and you know that's just what it is for him. So of course we're gonna have these conversations. Say, can I go ahead and fight this guy? You know, he knows what he's capable of. He knows what he's able to do. At the end of the day, he just loves fighting. So,
Tommy the Hitman Hearns is one of the greatest middleweight fighters of all time. His size and speed will leave a legacy that will be remembered in boxing rings forever. Tommy the Hitman Hearns is a legendary fighter, a Hall of Famer, and humanitarian. And now his son Tommy Jr. will carry on his legacy. Well guys, that's our show for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. But tune in for next week's show, where once again, we go down memory lane of some of the biggest names in sports, music, and entertainment. And don't forget to follow us on our website at www.beforethefame.tv and on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I want to especially thank the Delray Beach Boxing Club. I'm Mike Sherman. Thanks for watching.